Oops, too cringy.
Hello.
Hi James, how are you?
What's up? Is this Dan? Hey, nice to meet you, man. I'm really a big fan of your work.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm just sitting here next to ShaktipatSeer, and he was telling me about you, and we looked at your website.
Oh, that's awesome. What's up, Jeff? What are you guys up to?
We're here planning this conference this weekend. Jeff did a lot of work sponsoring it, and there's a little article in the newspaper about it, so we have a fun 2 days thing coming up. And we just did a radio show and an event in Vancouver yesterday and the day before, so we're having fun.
That is awesome. What do you guys do at the event there?
Did you say what are we doing this weekend?
What did you do at the event, or what are you doing at the event?
Oh, well, you know, it's 2 days, Saturday and Sunday. Saturday we'll focus on the science and, you know, do the PowerPoint and talk about the physics of some of the new technology around the fractal field, etc., the breakthrough technologies. On Sunday, we're going to do, we'll do some biofeedback, heart tuner, bliss tuner in the morning, or in the first part of the afternoon, and then later we're going to do the ET history of DNA stories.
Oh my goodness, that sounds like quite a weekend.
Yeah, we're planning some fun here.
Yeah, I saw some of that info in one of your books. It was quite a bit of information all about implosion and all that. Yeah, from what I could understand of it, it was great. But it looks like I need to go back and take like Physics 101 to begin to digest a lot of that stuff.
Well, I mean, the idea is pretty simple, that a fractal field is actually an electric field that looks like a rose, and that makes charge centripetal. And that's the self-organization that essentially is behind gravity and life and consciousness itself.
So you're talking about like attraction and repulsion, like?
Yes, but, you know, forces that are inherently centripetal, like a negative ion or gravity, or consciousness, which we know will compress charge, and consciousness will reduce radioactivity. These forces get centripetal by being fractal. That's the point.
So it's like a perspective.
Well, I mean, like, if you then know what the shape of the charge field that makes peak consciousness, you can teach it because you can measure it in brain waves, and you can create that fractality in electrical environments like Feng Shui, geomancy, and biologic architecture.
Wow.
And you can actually split hydrogen, all with the same exact principle, the fractal field.
So that's like the same kind of geometry and stuff that guys like Nassim Haramein have been promoting.
Well, yes, you know, Nassim, he's agreeing that everything's a black hole, and he did a wonderful derivation of the golden ratio in the scale of atoms to protons to galaxies. But originally, he started out saying that the tetrahedron was fractal, and we disagreed with him on that because it's actually not compressible because it's cubic. But really, Nassim's recent work is fabulous, and he's really getting on board with the fractality and golden ratio model. So we're happy to have him around.
That's incredible. That's really incredible. What are some of these? I mean, is there any like practical like machinery or anything like that in the works for all this stuff?
Well, you know, you can see it at fractalfield.com. We have a prototype implosion nozzle that uses hydrodynamic phase conjugation and magnetic phase conjugation. And we're going to be doing more testing. We've got dramatic growth effects already. We expect sedimentation and combustion effects. And then we have these various life force capacitive devices like Purify.com. So we're expecting a lot more technologies out there. Basically, the Purify is a 5-sided gold-coated pyramid that makes a capacitor into a fractal and creates fluid preservation and, you know, literally attention, ability to meditate.
That's incredible. Yeah. It's like it reminds me of like they had that like pyramid power like phase in the 80s. Yeah.
Actually, you know, Pat Flanagan, who wrote that, is our close partner in all of this, actually. And he's totally with us on the fractal field theory. You know, originally they took seeds to Stonehenge and just put them in the electric field, and it caused them to germinate better. And we're believing we understand what that electric field looks like, how it's made.
Wow. That's incredible. I mean, all this stuff is just like, it seems like it's just exponentially like arising. All the information is like growing and growing and growing. Like, like a year or two ago, I would have not even had any like clue or at all what this is about. But once you're able to kind of just perceive it a little bit, it opens up. It's so different. Like one thing, if you mind like answering a quick question, like. Some of the stuff that I've been doing, like, have you ever heard of Shaktipat?
Yes.
Right, I've been doing that, like working with people doing that, but I have absolutely like no understanding of the dynamics of how this like Kundalini like transfer is happening or why at all.
Well, we would believe or hypothesize that the term Shaktipat is basically another term for the coherence of the plasma of what's called the phase conjugate dielectric that will always go in a long path where fractality of phase conjugation is possible, just like the magna gas or the hydrogen gas travels, or the lucid dreaming of the aboriginals actually travels down a song line because the magnetic of that line is phase conjugate. So Shaktipat is just another name for biologic plasma that can only sustain itself in an environment that's fractal enough to allow it to keep imploding. Yeah?
So it's only able to exist in those subtle planes.
Well, the word subtle plane is a bit vague here. I would say, for example, it isn't going to survive in an aluminum box because that capacitive field is opposite to phase conjugate or fractal. Whereas in a circle of old stones or trees, the electric material allows charge compression to be efficient, and so the charge can keep imploding centripetally, and that allows plasma or aura to breathe.
See, I can begin to kind of understand some of that, but a little bit of it escapes me.
Well, it's just like if wind of charge, in order to keep blowing that wind towards center, imploding centripetally, which is what keeps all biological plasma alive, that if it's an electric field that's very square, the compression can't happen, and so the charge can't breathe. In the same way, your aura dies inside a steel building. You see, so understanding a bit of the physics is very spiritually helpful.
Oh, I agree with you totally. Yeah, I would love to be able to understand a lot more of the physics.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, we've got all those films at fractalfield.com now.
I'll check it out.
Actually, Jeff tells me you've been doing a great job of making the message shareable and getting out there. So let's work together.
I would love to.
It's an education mission.
That's awesome, man. I'd love to hear that. Yeah, I've been putting a lot of time towards researching and making it into digestible bits for YouTube, and relating it in a way that I think that people will relate to it and be able to understand and take from it. I really enjoy doing that. So yeah, I mean, let me know what I can do.
Well, great. So you stay in touch. Let me know if you have questions. In the next couple of weeks, we'll have more of our little gizmos coming out, the Purify, the Love Tuner, and the Imploder nozzle. And maybe we'll work together, play with dealerships. We'll have some fun, find a way to make a living. But meantime, let's get the message out there, and let's work together. It's all good.
That's cool, man. Yeah, that's really good to hear. It sounds awesome. You guys really have your stuff together, and I'm excited to even talk to you guys. But yeah, working together sounds even better. So I won't keep you guys any longer.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's great
we
to
hope
talk
to come
to you.
back to Canada next year, so I hope we get to meet sometime.
Yeah, hey, man, that sounds even better too. Wow. Hey,
Okay.
good luck with everything you guys are doing. I know you don't need it, but blessings either way. All right, I'll keep in touch with Jeff here and get you guys info, and I'm gonna check out that website too, definitely.
Nice to meet you.
All right, man.
Okay.
Keep up the great work.
Okay, bye, Dave.
Bye-bye.
Bye.